We've all seen the movies. The elegant serial killer with a glass of wine and a high IQ. But real evil. It's usually much filthier, clumsier, and closer to home than you think. Today, we're looking at 3 films so accurate they were banned, and the real-life banality of evil that inspired them. These are the cases no one talks about. In 2019, The Golden Glove disgusted audiences. It follows Fritz Honka, a man who frequented a dive bar in 1970s Hamburg. The reality: Honka wasn't a mastermind. He was a marginalized alcoholic. Between 1970 and 1975, he killed at least 4 women. Fact versus myth. The myth. Movies often show killers with high-tech disposal methods. The fact: Honka was too lazy. He shoved the remains into the wall cavities of his attic. When neighbors complained about the stench, he didn't flee. He simply hung hundreds of pine-scented air fresheners and blamed the pungent cooking of the family downstairs. He was only caught when his building accidentally caught fire while he was at the bar. In 1983, the Austrian film Angst was so visceral it was banned across Europe. It depicts a killer's first hours of freedom. The reality: this is the story of Werner Niesek. In 1980, he was let out of prison on a 3-day furlough for good behavior. He immediately broke into a villa and held a family hostage for hours. The real horror: unlike slasher movies where everything is choreographed, Angst shows the chaotic, panicked reality of a crime. Niesek was disorganized. He even took the family dog with him after the murders, a bizarre, true detail that highlights the unpredictable nature of real-life predators. Finally, we go to Australia for the bodies in the barrels case. The Snowtown murders is widely considered one of the most accurate depictions of groupthink evil. The reality: John Bunting didn't hide in the shadows. He was a neighborhood leader who convinced his friends they were cleaning up the town. The fact: they didn't just kill. They lived off their victims. They tortured them to get bank pins and continued to collect their government welfare checks for years. It wasn't about a grand philosophy. It was a cold, calculated business. Real horror isn't a mask in the woods. It's the smell in an attic or a neighbor with a plan. Which of these cases do you find more disturbing, the bumbling loner or the organized group? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into the dark side of history, hit that subscribe button. Stay curious and stay safe.